laundry, do you know we spend on average 6 to 8 hours a week washing, drying, folding laundry? That's basically a full work day. Halifax, meet your new laundry bestie, Suddrop. Laundry bags are dropped off in the morning of your pickup. Suddrop will then return to pick up your laundry during your selected time slot. It is then washed exactly how you like it, folded like pros, and dropped back to your door the next day. Boom, fresh, clean, folded like magic. We'd love to get you started. Use promo code SP20 to save 20%. What will you do with your extra free time?
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
If you live in Halifax and don't have a laundry machine at home or just don't have the time, Suddrop is the perfect solution for you. They offer laundry services with pickup and drop off right at your doorstep. I have a very busy work schedule myself, and there's no better feeling than coming home to fresh and folded laundry right at my doorstep. It's honestly such a time saver and allows me to enjoy my evenings doing other things that I enjoy. So if you want to give it a try, use my code above to get $20 off of your first pickup service.
In the arena of sports, every game is a battle, and every athlete is a gladiator.
From the right side, makes a little backhand and scores!
And every battle needs chroniclers to give voice to defeat, perseverance, and relentless resolve. Can you hear it? The roar waiting to rise. They live for this. They want this. What do you want?
Again, pushing his way, pushed off tackler,
and get the second goal of the game for Thomas Habib.
Nice little move, Buffy scores!
Passing him forth and they score!
You know what we want. To immortalize every moment and make sure you never miss a play. This is Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Never miss a play.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
That's just how I rock. And
Balls in laundry, do you know we spend on average 6 to 8 hours a week washing, drying, folding laundry? That's basically a full work day. Halifax, meet your new laundry bestie, Sud Drop. Laundry bags are dropped off in the morning of your pickup. Sud Drop will then return to pick up your laundry during your selected time slot. It is then washed exactly how you like it, folded like pros, and dropped back to your door the next day. Boom, fresh, clean, folded like magic. We'd love to get you started. Use promo code SP20 to save 20%. What will you do with your extra free time?
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
If you live in Halifax and don't have a laundry machine at home or just don't have the time, Sudrop is the perfect solution for you. They offer laundry services with pickup and drop off right at your doorstep. I have a very busy work schedule myself, and there's no better feeling than coming home to fresh and folded laundry right at my doorstep. It's honestly such a time saver and allows me to enjoy my evenings doing other things that I enjoy. So if you want to give it a try, use my code above to get $20 off of your first pickup service.
In the arena of sports, every game is a battle, and every athlete is a gladiator.
From the right side, makes it with the backhand and score!
And every battle needs chroniclers to give voice to defeat, perseverance, and relentless resolve. Can you hear it? The roar waiting to rise. They live for this. They want this. What do you want?
Again, pushing his weight. Pushed off tackler.
And get the second goal of the game for Thomas Habib.
Nice little move. Buffy scores.
Passing them forth and they score!
You know what we want. To immortalize every moment and make sure you never miss a play. This is Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Never miss a play.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
That's just how I rock and roll.
Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
That's just how I rock. Roll.
Laundry, do you know we spend on average 6 to 8 hours a week washing, drying, folding laundry? That's basically a full work day. Halifax, meet your new laundry bestie, Sud Drop. Laundry bags are dropped off in the morning of your pickup. Sud Drop will then return to pick up your laundry during your selected time slot. It is then washed exactly how you like it, folded like pros, and dropped back to your door the next day. Boom, fresh, clean, folded like magic. We'd love to get you started. Use promo code SP20 to save 20%. What will you do with your extra free time?
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
If you live in Halifax and don't have a laundry machine at home or just don't have the time, Sudrop is the perfect solution for you. They offer laundry services with pickup and drop off right at your doorstep. I have a very busy work schedule myself, and there's no better feeling than coming home to fresh and folded laundry right at my doorstep. It's honestly such a time saver and allows me to enjoy my evenings doing other things that I enjoy. So if you want to give it a try, use my code above to get $20 off of your first pickup service.
In the arena of sports, every game is a battle, and every athlete is a gladiator.
From the right side, makes a little backhand and scores!
And every battle needs chroniclers to give voice to defeat, perseverance, and relentless resolve. Can you hear it? The roar waiting to rise. They live for this. They want this. What do you want?
Again, push it his way. Pushed off tackler.
And get the second goal of the game for Thomas Habib.
Nice little move. Buffy scores.
Passing him forth, and they...
To immortalize every moment and make sure you never miss a play. This is Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Never miss a play.
The Wade Thompson Group is a sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
That's just how I rock and roll.
Between the Horton Griffins and the CPA Cougars. So now introducing your starting lineups for the Horton Griffins. Number 3, Shay Smith. Number 5, Ryder. Number 6, Gabe Caldwell. Number 8, Akeem Gray. And number 15, Farouk Bengi. And for your CPA Cheetahs, number 2, Jaquan Jackson. Number 3, Caleb Anderson. Number 4, Kane Lucas. Number 8, Victoria Oliver.
And we are live here on the grounds of North Nova Education Center Gymnasium. This is the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships on Eastlake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. Dan Hobson, delighted to have the call here in this one. Coming in, CPA Cheetahs ranked number 4 here in the final 8, and Horton Griffins at 5. So based upon what's on paper, should be an interesting matchup. The Western champions taking on the Capital 4th place in the CPA Cheetahs, and an early turnover there by the Cheetahs there. This is Shay Smith. He'll swing it over Akeem Gray. And once again, Smith in the paint. 1-on-3, and that doesn't go. A one and done here for the Horton Griffins. Nice little spin move by Daquan Jackson. And we have our first whistle. Referees are Matt Gilmore, Rodney Myers, and Brian Walker. And our first foul. Going against Horton. And it's Ryder Yeaton, so that's his first, the team first. Drive there by Shane Lucas, kick out. 3, that doesn't go, and transition Horton Griffins, and then the pass had a lot on it. A lot of mustard and a turnover, so a little bit of a turnover matchup here so far. Just past, getting near the 1 minute mark. And another steal there. Smith looking for some help. He'll keep it out. Man-to-man D here for the CPA Cheetahs here. Bengi Back outside, Ryder Yeaton. Yeaton along the baseline with the finger roll and in. Horton with the early 2-0 lead. Nice little drive there by McDonald, and Horton once again, as I said, the Western champions. Had a chance to talk to assistant coach Nick Zamora. Nick was actually the coach of the team a couple of years ago, and that rattles around and gets the 3 for Shea Smith. And a 5-0 run here for the Horton Griffins, coming up to 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. McDonald thought about the catch and shoot, goes outside, and Shane Lucas tickles the twine and gets CPA and Cheetahs. Oh, nice little screen set up there by Bengi there near midcourt. Shea Smith, 1-on-3, pivoting, and the steal there picked off by Jackson. Oliver spinning, a nice little entry pass. Too strong on that, and great D to close out the last second, and Shane Lucas managed to get the finger on the ball there momentarily, might have distracted the shot there by the Griffins as it goes out of bounds. That's 7:28 left here in the opening quarter. Caleb Jackson, grade 12 student, as well as Jaquan Jackson. So Jackson, Anderson, Lucas, Oliver, McDonald on the floor here for the CPA Cheetahs. Back out, Oliver. He's watched there by Caldwell. Got a hand in the face, and once again, a one and done there for the Cheetahs as Benke came up to set the screen there. Smith outside, Yeaton gets the return pass, on the drive, kick out, Caldwell! And that doesn't go, and a weak side rebound gathered up by Jackson. Jackson going end to end, drives right in, and a blocking foul. But you gotta like the aggression there by Jaquan Jackson. It was pretty much did that coast to coast. And Bengi feeling the effects of that foul as we take a look here. There's the rebound as Jackson's going, and then drives right into the Horton player. And it was Caldwell called for the foul. That's his first. Second team foul. Jackson with the miss on the first free throw. And he'll go 1 for 2 on that trip. A 1-point game. 6:44 remaining. Akeem Gray will start at this time. Boy, great defense there by Lucas. Pretty much right there in his back pocket. Swing out, Bengi. Smith on the drive, in the paint, outside, Yeaton. Nope, that doesn't go. And another rebound gathered up there by Jackson. Lucas, McDonald, and now they'll reset here. Shot clock at 12. Nice little drive and the foul. And we'll have a substitution as Deshaun David will check in. The foul to Bengi, and that's his first, and it's the third team foul, 3-0. The team fouls here for the Horton Griffins. Jackson to the line again. Gets the shooter's roll to sink that one, and we'll tie it at 5. And this to give CPL their first lead, even though we're into the early stages of this one. For the lead, and does. So he went 1 for 2 last trip, drains them both this time. 6-5, 6:09 remaining here in the first. Gray showing some speed, but a little bit too much as he's called for steps, travel, and a turnover. So Right there, right spot there for Jaquan Jackson there for the CPA and Cheetahs. Oliver. Lucas. McDonald. McDonald saw a little bit of an opening. A nice little cut towards the hoop as Jacoby McDonald. And now a 3-point lead and a turnover there. And CP Allen starting to get on a run here. Back out, McDonald. Swoosh. So just like that, they're on a 8-0 run and have a lead here, 11-5. Smith down with some nice little fancy dribble. Back out, Bengi. Caldwell with 7 to shoot. Clock running down. Yeaton is going to stay with Horton, but they'll have 3 to shoot here with 4:59 remaining here in the opening quarter. Horton trying to end what is now an 8-0 run here for CPL, and Bengi up through traffic, and that doesn't go. Tough trading there. David with the rebound. Gray got a little bit of a whack there. Nothing, says the referees, and boy, they've got a 3-on-0 the other way, and they take their time as Ryder Yeaton with the finger roll to end the 8-0 run and make it 11-7. Jackson. Cutting and strutting. Entry pass. McDonald through trees. Fouled, and Benke could be figured for his second foul here. Be the 4th team foul. It is his second. The grade 12, Jacoby McDonald to the line to shoot 2. And entering the game is Jackson Redden, so Nick Vino has to go to the bench there as his grade 11 big guy in Ben Gee has 2. So see if CP Allen can take advantage here. CP Allen is now starting to get hot there from the free throw line. Has drained 5, looking to drain 6 straight from the stripe. And they do. 2-possession game, 13-7, 4:23 left to go. First quarter. The freshly in Jackson Redden, a veteran here, grade 12 student. Akeem Gray, Shea Smith. Quick little handoff to Yeaton. Shot clock at 8. Gray with the rainbow, but that's short of the mark. And McDonald managed to come down there. Here's Leo Mott, the track star. And he gets the bucket, and that will take us to our first timeout in this game, as well as the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships here at East Lake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. Thank you so much to Scotia Wealth Management for helping provide the broadcast. Also want to thank Rich 7 Brand, a lifestyle brand built on the ambition and mindset. Defy the ordinary. Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Discover a world without limits at SMU Halifax. Thanks to High Powered Custom, Premium Prints, Paintless Process. And also a thank you to Sundrop. You can save $20 off by using the promo code Maritime. As they take a look at some of the action that has happened here so far. Jaquan Jackson with a nice little cut towards the hoop, but couldn't finish, but fouls getting to be a little bit of difficulty here for Horton. They've got 14 fouls so far. And Jacoby McDonald has shown a little bit of an impact as he's gotten caught. That's what has made this run there. You can see he's got some size, but he can also shoot the 3. This was the 3-on-0 and pretty much the easy layup there for Ryder Yeaton. Speaking of Ryder Yeaton, as we return back to live play, he has the basketball, cuts across the timeline. 8-point game, and the steal Shane Lucas. And that was kind of a little bit of a difficult situation for Horton to be in, because it could have been like, if there was a foul, a clear path foul. Would have been 2 of the ball, so they're already down 4-0 in terms of team fouls here in the first with 3:20 to go. Outside 3 shot for Shea Smith, doesn't go. Tied ball. The possession arrow is going to stay with Horton. They'll have 11 to shoot. So Smith, Yeaton, Ridden, Caldwell, and Verney is on the floor here. Number 1 looking for his first touch. He's on the outside. Smith with a shimmy shake to the outside, and just deflects it off of Jackson. So Horton Griffins basketball. Caleb Anderson checks back in. So 2 to shoot, so they're gonna pretty much catch and shoot. Smith's gonna do it. Throws up the prayer, and that's the 24-second violation for Horton. So it's a double-digit lead here for the 4th place Capital Region CPA Cheetahs. Caleb Anderson. Outside, Mott! No, too short. That's scooped up there by Sam Oxner. Boy, that's tough D, as Anderson was pretty much run again in the back hip of the Horton player. 2:39 to go, 11 to shoot, and they have turned it over. Track meet here, 2-on-1, and doing the solid play, Jaquan Jackson goes for it, the layup, and gets it in, and it makes it 19-7. 4 teams from the Capital Region. CPA Cheetahs, of course, Ombre Osprey, winners last year when it was at Dowplex. Halifax West, which will be our next game. They come in as the 2nd seed, taking on CEC. And Citadel, they're the 1st seed. They'll take on Riverview tonight, as Jacoby McDonald, a grade 12 graduate, grade 12 senior, lays it up and in, as it's turned into a football score, 21-7, 14-point lead. And Horton, hard to believe, they had a 5-0 run at one time, and then since then, 16-2 here for CP Allen. David, Mott, Jackson, and a foul. So that'll be the 5th team foul here for Horton. And this one's going against Sam Oxner. That's his first. So take a look at the 2-on-1 there by Jackson. And he has hit the first one to make it 22-7. And it bounces around and it won't go down. Tipped off a couple fingers before Jackson Redden gathers it up. Verney, spin move Oxner. No, second chance Oxner. And he cashes in on the second chance opportunity. 22-9. Mott. We've seen him have the Jets in the past. McDonald, and that's short. Great hustle there by Anderson. And now Horton on the run. Verney, one-on-one against Jackson, and Verney sinks it. Under a minute ago, 22-11. Jackson, man-to-man D. Oh, nice little cut towards the hoop. McDonald, and he points his finger out to his teammate Jackson on the nice dish, 24-11. Verney. And now, once again, quick transition offense here for the CPA Cheetahs. Jackson, Caleb Anderson. Watched by Sam Oxner. Inside, McDonald swings it. And that's great passing as Jackson gets the bucket. Last shot here, Horton. 6 seconds to shoot. Smith in the paint, puts it up and sinks it. And that's got to feel good here for him because he was sort of cold there for the little bit, but to get that one on the buzzer beater for Shea Smith, that makes it 26-13 after the opening 10 here in North Nova Education Center. It's the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships on East Lake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. Dan Hobson, delighted to be here all weekend long to call the action as we take a look at some of the action there from that first quarter. A good start there for Horton. But all of a sudden, there was just a little bit of a run, a 16-2 run that the Cheetahs have put up, and it's sort of been the little bit of the difference maker in this opening quarter of the championship. So as we said, like on paper, this could has the possibility to be the best matchup of the tourney. The 4 versus 5. They use it as one of the strong teams. 3-time back-to-back-to-back provincial champions in the CPA Cheetahs and the consistently strong Horton Griffins. I had a chance to talk to Nick Zamora last couple of years ago when Horton hosted the boys provincial championships. It was Millwood that came away with the bronze medal against Horton. But Nick Zamora was coaching at that time and told me that the Western region, which Horton plays in, is getting a little bit stronger. They actually had one loss in the Western regions this year, and it came from West Kings, a new team, to the SSNS Western Region Basketball as plays back underway. Mont with the entry pass. Elinsky with his first minutes here into the game here. Number 33 in the white jersey. And also Angus Circum-Brown, also a good track athlete. So you've got Leo Mont and Angus Circum-Brown, a couple of track athletes. So I'm sure that they're no stranger to each other, especially in hoops, as well as Oat on the track and field area. Grave, a couple of nice moves, and boy, a hot pass, and it was too hot for Verney, and it actually deflects to Angus Circum-Brown, and he was on the end line. So it's going to be a turnover at CPA basketball. So one of those ones where it's an unfortunate bounce there for Horton. As Elinsky. 13 there, Jackson Redden called for the foul, his first. 58 ticks into the second quarter. Ethan Olinsky, a grade 11 student out of CP Allen, to the free throw line. And he'll drain the first one. CP Allen through the years, really good from the free throw line. And they've also been having some players in the past that have been bigs, but also can shoot the three. So we'll see if that gets to be a little bit of a factor. Great D as Steve Harris claps on the coach there from CP Allen as Benge's back in and spinning, and he'll have a chance to head to the stripe. That's the first foul. That's going against Elinsky. That's actually the first team foul here for CPL, not only in this quarter, but in the match game so far. Paresh Benge, the grade 11 student, sinks that first. Benge, 28-13. A little bit of an extra breathe on that one. Won't go. 28-13. Victorian Oliver. Oh, a nice little move by Anderson. Boy, he's got some moves we've seen so far. Verney. Turn it on the Jets. And the pass, too hot there for Sam Oxner. Bengi 1 on 4. And a numbers battle there. And you saw the result. Mont, hands off. Oliver. 11 to shoot. Oliver outside 3 and gets it to go. +1. It's going to be against Elinsky. It's an offensive foul, but they'll count the 3 as it came in the act of shooting. So Elinsky gets his second as they've changed it on the board. Originally it had 1 foul against him, but it is 2. He's got the 2. 31 to 13, so Horton in a hole. Gets the 4th place region of the capital area, CPA and Cheetahs. Circa Brown. Verney, stutter step. Gives a shimmy shake on the fake and gets it to go. 31-15. A little up fake there by Oliver. Lucas. A swing over Anderson. Watched by Oxner. Anderson takes it in. Shot clock at 3. He's going to have to put it up. And with the clock winding down, Victorian Oliver, the grade 12 student, splashes that in. Make it 33-15. 7:13 till halftime. Aaron Verney. Verney. Tough take and can't get that to fall. And Anderson turns on the Jets. Oliver. And Oliver's fouled. And for Bengi, that's his 3rd. And that's not what Nick Vino and crew needed. As he's to the bench again. He had 2. That was early in the first quarter. And he's got his 3rd. And to the bench they go. And that won't go for Victorian Oliver. Oliver, Alinsky, Lucas, Jackson. And Caleb Anderson on the floor here for CP Allen. Caldwell, Oxner, Gray, Verney, and Redden on the floor here for the Horton Griffins. Trailed by 19. A little bit of an open lane, but that closed. Gray, too strong. And back into the hands of Victorian Oliver. Not falling here for the Western champions. Jackson, Oliver. Trying to get this into like the 20s, and every point they get onto the board, they keep getting the largest lead of the game. And it's second tough take, Elinsky. And that went off the beak there of Jackson Redden as he's feeling his nose. And check to see if he is bleeding. If he is bleeding, he'll have to leave the floor and have to leave the game, but he's definitely feeling it. And Angus Circum Brown, I believe, is going to check in just in the meantime, but Nick Vino now going to come and check as we take a look at Steve Harris as we look at some of the action. As he gets applause here, Jackson Redden heading off. There is Steve Harris, as I said. 3-time provincial champion, and one of the provincial champions who was won in the Northumberland region was actually at CEC. And it was a very close one there against Halifax Grammar a couple of years ago. And it was the son of Mark Ford, who coaches at MSVU, that got the game-winning shot with the clock winding down to get the victory. Caldwell, boy, and a turnover. And here's Anderson and the Cheetahs leading the charge. Outside, Jackson. Swung to the outside, Lucas. As Victorian Oliver puts it up, in the meantime, a loose ball foul, and this one will go against the CPA and Cheetahs. Actually, it went out of bounds, my apologies. As timeout is called as the Horton Griffins as we said, they've had a little bit more of a test. They did a lot of travel this year, travel tournaments. And we know that CPL had played in the Capital Region and had games all week, and they had tournaments as well that they've traveled on. And talking to Steve Harris before the game, he said it was a really good season. It was a tough battle, so he said, as we watch some of the action there, Verde sinks that one. So he was pretty pleased with the way that the season has gone for CP Allen. 4 teams from the Capital Region here at the championships, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. And if we get a report there on Jackson Redden, we'll pass it along to the viewers in the New Minas, Greenwich area if they're watching, or basically anybody watching anywhere there on East Lake Maritime Athletic Profiles as plays back underway. 5:50 to go. Akeem Gray. Circum Brown. Yeaton here. Shot clock at 13. Shea Smith got that buzzer beater in the first quarter. Back outside, Yeaton. And that's too strong. The 3 not going here for Horton, and that's really been a little bit of a story. Missed the 3. And in the meantime, CP Allen, good transition basketball, quickly up the floor and gets the bucket, 38-15. Gray, and losing it. Looking for a call from the referee, questioning, and Caldwell gets back quickly on defense, so there's no quit here. The team there from Greenwich. Caldwell, corner 3, that won't fall. Loose ball gathered up there, Circum Brown. Gray will open look, gets the bucket. Yes, sir. 38-18, 4:50 to go till halftime. Coming up at halftime, we're also going to speak with Steve Harris as well as Nick Vino. And we're also going to have a sit-down, not really a sit-down, but a stand-up interview with Chad Russell, who's the assistant coach with North Nova Griffins, the home team. And he's also involved with minor basketball here in the Pictou County area as part of our community vibes coming up at halftime. Quick little fake there by Uden. Circum Brown. Shea Smith. In and out. And Caldwell fortunately couldn't get his hands on it. Deshaun David and Jacoby McDonald will check back in. Timeout on the floor, 38-18. 4:03 left to go till halftime. As we take a look at some of the action that has occurred so far in this first half, and Jaquan Jackson has shown he's got some good hustle here. Also too, Caleb Anderson. Gray there. A little bit of an open look there, and that's the thing, is if he gets the open look, he can probably make sure to drain it, but that's been sort of like the story, is that Horton has tried to get the 3 and hasn't, and it's just been good rebounding there by CP Allen, and they've just fueled it there to transition basketball. You miss, we get. And that seems to be what's working, is Some of the Osprey coaching staff, Tariq Thomas and crew, have come in to watch a little bit of this one, maybe do some scouting. We'll have the Osprey game a little bit later here today. They're going to take on the home team, the North Nova Griffins, at 6 o'clock after the opening ceremony. So 2 games and then the opening ceremony as we're back underway with 4:09 to go. Gray hit the back of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. And CP Allen ball. Victoria Oliver calls out a play. Victoria Oliver calls his own number, +1. Bucket in the boo-boo. So you see, there's the floor general calling the action and then decides to take it himself, having a chance to complete the 3-point play. Short on it, so, but right there to gather it up is David. Wide open look, and the 2-hand flush there by Jacoby McDonald. Gotta like his composure there because he was probably thinking big time jam, but he wanted to make sure to get the bucket. And it probably took a little bit off, but still a good 2-hand putback. 3:43, 42, 18. As Oliver, once again, chance to do the and one here for the Cheetahs. Found the open lane right down Main Street. Was a 1-on-2 momentarily. As you see, he sinks it here and it gets the 3-point play. 45-18. Verney will check back in. Gabe Caldwell. Verney in, Caldwell out. 3.5 left to go. Verney hands it off. Ryder Yeaton. Shea Smith. Gray in and out. For great work there by Yeaton. Like the tap back and a new clock here for Horton. Tried to go kiss it off the glass for Circa Brown that doesn't go. Shane Lucas puts on his jets, blows by Gray, and goes end to end for the bucket. 47-18, 3 to go. Verney, open look, and gets it. He had a little bit of room, and he took advantage of it. Take what the defense gives you, and they gave him a little bit too much room, and he had the good, clean look to get the 3. 2:49 left, 47-21. Smith pretty much almost like stride for stride with Jackson, but Jackson still gets the bucket. Now Jackson with the steal, thank you very much. See if he gets the gift. Lucas, too strong. And didn't even get ribbed. Verney, end to end, hand off, Smith with the finish. Shea Smith, the grade 11. Good play there by Horton. Really didn't show anything in terms of selfishness that time and passed up the good look for the great look. Jackson, shot clock at 9. Back out, David. And that's out of bounds. And it'll be Horton ball here with 2 minutes, 1 second left. 49-23. Hakeem Gray, as he's watched there by Deshaun David, the grade 12 senior. Screen set there by Circa Brown. Gray cuts. Contact, loses the ball, but it went off the arm there of Jacoby McDonald on the drive. 13 to shoot. 1:49 left in this first half. Verney, Gray, Yeaton, Smith and Circa Brown on the floor here for Horton. Shot clock at 11, and that's too strong. And the weak side rebound gathered up by David. Oliver looking for something, nothing there, says the officiating crew as play goes on with a minute and a half. Gray outside, Smith! Yes, sir! 49-26. 1:20 to go. Man, Jackson's got some quick moves. Sort of like was a 1-on-4, but he couldn't get the finish that time. Horton trying to go on a run here. Pass outside to Smith. Nice pass, but wrong team as it's gathered up by Oliver. Crossing the timeline and back up court again. 1 minute to go. McDonald. Jackson in the paint. Swings it out. And that three doesn't go by Shane Lucas, but another rebound and a new clock here for CP Allen. 45 seconds to go. They're happy to swing it around. Shot clock at 8. Speaking of 8, it's Victoria and Oliver and has it. Jackson now with the clock winding down. Hits rim. McDonald with a very impressive second chance opportunity. Third chance opportunity here for the Cheetahs. Outside Lucas. And that can't be cashed in. McDonald. And a fifth. As Horton having a hard time there getting the rebound there with good chances and misses here by CP Allen, but second, third, fourth, sometimes even fifth opportunities. And it results in a Horton foul. And that's Eaton's second. As you see, McDonald drains the first of his 2 free throws. About 22 seconds left, 22.54. Fouls to give here for CPL, and as Leo Mott will check back in. 51-26. So shot clock shut off. As I said, 2 fouls here to give here for CPL, and if they decide to take advantage of it. Verney. Victoria and Oliver all over him. Verney gets the return pass on the outside. Smith calling out a play. Jackson right there. On the switch off. Smith off the backboard with 5 seconds left. And McDonald, and that time he throws it down and hangs on the rim with authority on the jam to make it 53-26 after the opening half. So we're going to pause here for a bit, and we're going to have some Coach's Corner as well as Community Vibes coming up here in this first half. And it is the CPO and Cheetahs leading by 27, 53-26. You're watching the SSNS Division I Boys Provincial Basketball Championships here on Maritime Athletic Profiles in Eastlake. A 27-point lead here that makes this gentleman pretty happy. Your thoughts, Steve Harris, after the opening 20?
Well, we just talked to the guys. We talked to the guys about trying to take care of the ball on offense, make good decisions, try to, set each other up for great shots. And then we also talked about being able to play 40 minutes of full court man-to-man defense. And right now the guys are working hard in the defensive end, which is, spurring on our offense. So
yeah, because you were basically fueling off the misses there by Horton and got off to like a 16-2 run, and that really was the bit of a difference maker so far in the game. So talk about your guys and how happy you are with the rebounding there from your team.
So it's great that some of our guards are coming back to rebound the ball as well, because we've gotten some good long rebounds off of some of their shots, which is helping to push the ball in transition. So definitely really happy with the guard rebounding right now.
Well, Steve, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us, and best luck the rest of the way.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Steve Harris, the head coach here of the CPA Cheetahs, and his team's up by 27 after the opening first half of play. Coming up in just a couple of moments, we're going to talk to Chad Russell here from the North Nova Griffins. You're watching the Division I SSNS Boys Basketball Championships here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Here, we're back on the grounds of North Nova Education Center in the gymnasium here for the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships. Delighted to have my longtime friend Chad Russell here join me. Chad's assistant coach with North Nova. So congratulations on how well the season has gone for you. So you could talk about the North Nova Griffins and how they've got to host these provincial championships.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Great to see you as well, my friend. We kind of lost 3 guys last year, 3 key pieces, so we came in with a young group. We're really hungry, ready to play. The region was really tight this year. We had 4 teams, anybody who could have taken the banner, so we went over to CEC last week, having lost them twice this year. Great program, and the guys really executed our game plan on defense, really played tight, denying some of their key players the ball. And just really put in a great effort. We couldn't be happier with how some of the guys have stepped up this year into increased roles, stepped up off our JV team, stepped in as grade 9s, and we're just delighted to have this here in our beautiful gym.
Yeah.
When they open this school, this is the type of event that you plan to be hosting. So to have the best 8 teams, the final 8 here in the province, it's just a huge honor.
Yeah, we're just delighted to be here as well. This is Community Vibes presented by RV7. So the reason why I brought you on here is because you're also involved with the minor basketball here in the New Glasgow-Pictou area. The numbers have gone up. What has been that key to success to getting the numbers to go up? And, basically the basketball sport is growing here in this area, and you can see it with the results that are happening with your team. Let's talk about minor
for sure.
basketball.
I mean, we're at a time, too, where basketball is growing all across the country, right? So it's no different around here. Just, always trying to constantly build our programs where, you bring one great group and have them influence the next group, right? So the numbers have been increasing, especially on the boys' side. Honestly, we'd like to see a few more numbers on the female side. We've kind of had a little bit of a dip after COVID, so trying to get some more girls out playing, but we have a new facility opening up in Stellarton. They've repurposed the Stellarton rink, so the Pictou County Lightning Association, in conjunction with some volleyball and some other organizations, will be opening up a new facility where we'll have plenty of gym time for clinics and, just be able to run, the top-notch program that we want to be and keep increasing those numbers and, like you said, see the results here on the provincial level and at the high school stage.
The thing is, folks, that this Russell family, they have done very well for amateur sport in the New Glasgow area. Chad here with basketball, of course, your brother with baseball, your dad with baseball as well. So give a little bit of an update of what you're doing, like outside of basketball when you're not coaching here in this assistant coaching at the gymnasium here.
Yeah, so I'm involved in both sports on the officiating side. So I'm an aspiring baseball umpire looking to get into the national program this season. I officiate a lot of basketball games too. We're in an area where we have a lot of great support for our officials, and we're trying to see those numbers increase as well, right? Because to your point, the numbers in basketball and a lot of sports are right on the way up, so we need to make sure that the numbers and officials go along with it. And I also do some coaching on the baseball side as well with the St. FX X-Men in the falls.
Yeah, and what do you do profession-wise, like for an occupation?
I work at Sobeys head office in the finance department.
And the thing is, I remember him being like a little young guy playing on the baseball diamond, and that's how I got to meet him and meet his father, Chad. Thanks for this, buddy. It's great to see you, man.
Thank you very much. Always great to see you, and thanks for coming out. We love having you here.
Yeah. Chad Russell, everybody. In just a couple moments, we're going to get back to the second half here of the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championship. CPA is leading by 27 at the half. Back in a moment. Second half of this one here. Horton Griffins have some work to do, down by 27. Almost picked off and off to the races with McDonald, but quickly gathered up there by Shea Smith. And back up CP Allen, and just as Steve Harris mentioned, they're fueling the transition offense, quickly defense, up-tempo offense, and that has really resulted in their 27-point lead here. So pretty much the original starters back out on the floor. Smith, Eaton, Caldwell, Gray, and Binke. This is Caldwell. Back outside, Eaton. Akeem Gray. Clock at 10. Into the paint. Tough take for Caldwell, and that doesn't fall. Shane Lucas outside. McDonald. The swing game underway here for CP Allen. Oliver up over the trees, but he can't get it to go, but gathered up by Anderson and a new 14 there for the Cheetahs. Shea Smith. Oh, nice little fake on the one-on-one, and that allowed him to that easy lead. Could go all the way across the street, pick up some stamps, and then bring back and put that in. He had that amount of time and that openness to do it. 53-28. Up fake there by Jackson. Shea Lucas. Short rim. And gathered up here by Shea Smith. So this is a very important part here for Horton to try to come back. Smith airs it. And Lucas. Jaquan Jackson, you're probably going to see, oh, nice little feed there, but couldn't get the finish. As Kim Mitchell would say, a whole lot of feathers, not much chicken on that one. Jackson, 7:55. Jackson end to end, and a hook shot. Too strong. Gathered up by Eaton. Shea Smith. 1-on-3, Smith. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the CP Allen Cheetahs. 7:42 left. Anderson. Lucas. Original starters back out here. Foul called. And an offensive foul against the CP Allen Cheetahs. And it's to Victorian Oliver, and that's his. They say first on the board, so that should be the second, maybe. We'll see. Originally, so it is his first, yes. Binge. Smith. calls for direction and a tough take. You can see that they were the teammates there, the Horton Griffins, saying no fear. And just like that, quickly, too, on Victorian Oliver as he's called for the foul. Harris gonna keep Victorian Oliver in the game with that second foul. 2 quick ones here. Smith rattles the first one out. Smith taking his time here from the free throw line here for the Griffins. 53-29, 7:10 left, third quarter. Jackson, Lucas, McDonald, up and over, but can't get it to go. Gabe Caldwell, entry pass, Bingy, right hand, gets the bucket. 53-31. Up fake there by Oliver, outside, Anderson. Anderson bounced it off his knee, still managed to keep possession of it. Shot clock at 9. Victorian Oliver, tough take it off the glass as he kisses it off the glass and in. 55-31, 6:20 left. Hakeem Gray. Thought he had a little bit of open road on Shane Lucas. Shea Smith, easy bucket once again. No white jersey in the area. 22-point deficit now. Horton needs stops. Will they get a stop at this time on that outside shot that doesn't go by CPA Cheetahs? So Horton taking a page out of the CPA playbook. Quick transition offense. Caldwell sets the screen. Gray, shot clock at 9. Gray, nice little handles, but can't get it to fall. Coming out to halfway through quarter number 3, and a little bit of an open lane for Jaquan Jackson. He says, thank you very much, and he finger rolls that one in, 57-33. Bingy. Paresh Bingy can't get the bucket. Swing out, Victorian Oliver. Caleb Anderson. Lucas. Might have been a little bit of contact. There's definitely contact there as Anderson hits the hardwood floor of the North Nova Gymnasium. Harris will go to the bench. Elensky, Mont, and David will check in. So Lucas, Oliver, and Anderson check out for the CPA Cheetahs. 57-33, 4:40 left. Gray. McDonald in his kitchen. Bingy. Smith with the clock at 5. Oxner. Smith gets the return pass off the rim, and so new 24 to start here for Leo Mont and the CPA Cheetahs with 4:21 left, 57-33. Jackson now taking his time, just the last original starter on the floor here for the CPA Cheetahs as Mont has it. Elinsky, shot clock at 9. Jackson, Shea Smith, double team momentarily, open look, David! And shot clock violation there for the CPA Cheetahs. So under 4 to go till the end of the third. Shea Smith trying to spin away from Jackson. Bengi. Lost it momentarily and swatted from behind there by David. And swatted it again. This time he's going to get the foul call. Deshaun David. As you see, this is the replay here, was Bengi with the tough take, and it almost looks like a carbon copy of the previous play. The second time he gets called for the foul, as Paresh Bengi will head to the line. And sinks that one. 57-34. And gets both from the line, 57-35. They're putting the points up, but they're not getting many stops here from CPA. But this is a big offense. You've seen it throughout the years. If you've watched Capital Division basketball, that CPA is just, this is what they do. They've done it year after year. That's really one of the reasons why they won 3 straight provincials. As a shot from Smith is too strong, and Leo Mont gathers it up. Oxner in his kitchen. Mont. Turned on the Jets. David, and that's off glass. And Bengi scoops it off the glass. Caldwell. Gray. Thought he saw an opening fadeaway jumper that won't go for Horton. 2:40 left. David. Jackson. Jaquan Jackson with Smith. Smith has logged a lot of minutes here for Horton. Entry pass, Elinsky. McDonald. And a weak side rebound gathered up there by Horton. Bengi. Nice pass. Quick offense, and Bengi with the thumbs up afterwards. 59-37. It's coming up to 2 to go. Jackson. It's tipped off, so there's no back over half violation there for CP Allen. Mont, catch and shoot. Yes, sir. Drains the 3. 62-37. Bengi. He's going to drive 1-on-2. Outside shot. Oxner rattles out. That's scooped up by Jackson. Jackson now turns on the Jets. Jackson going end-to-end. Jackson. That's too strong. Sam Oxner lost it momentarily. Elinsky had it, and then he lost the handle. Verney, Angus Circle Brown, and Sam Oikel, the grade 10 student, getting some action here, number 2. And our first look at Duncan is Bister, number 23 here for CPA and Cheetahs, a grade 11 student. Jackson with the fadeaway, and that will drain. 64-37 with 1 minute, just about 1 minute to go. And that's the thing about, you think a matchup on paper is Bengi starting to find it, and he's just taking it strong. Lamont, ooh, was recovered there by Jackson, all on the inbound. Almost an easy scoop up, but Jackson, right place, right time there for CP Allen. Outside is Bister. David, 35 seconds left. 4 to shoot. Elinsky, 2 to shoot. Elinsky called for steps. 27 seconds, so there's going to be a 3-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. One foul to give here for CP Allen. Verney on Mott for three. The shot from Benke doesn't go. Shot clock shut off. And CP Allen will hold it here for the final shot. 4 seconds left. Jackson, deep three. Won't go. Verney with the rebound. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. It was a 27-point deficit at the half. And it's a 25-point deficit now, 64-39 here for the CPL Cheetahs out of the Capital Region over the Western champion Horton Griffins at the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships on East Lake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. So get a chance to take a look at some of the action that has happened so far in this matchup, and this has been a strong game there from Jacoby McDonald. As we see Shea Smith and Benke was sort of like very quiet that first half, but starting to get some opportunities, and he's taking it strong. Leo Mott, a little bit, and that nice little fadeaway that time there for Jaquan Jackson as we're into the late stages of the recap of the highlights here. As you see, brought to you by Scotia Wealth Management. Is Benke once again with the bucket as we look at the Horton bench. I mean, thing is, people know how strong Horton basketball programs have been in the past. The Tim Kendrick era, sort of like the long time. And then Nick Vino took over, Nick Zamora. And now Nick Vino. A lot of great players have came in the program, basically either on the male side or female side from Horton. Whereas Haley McDonald had a great career with Acadia from Port Williams. As that bucket doesn't go, it's an offensive foul there to Horton. There he just put the shoulder right into the CP Allen player, so that was, sometimes when you're calling charges, they're the hardest ones, but that sort of seemed very easy to call there for the officiating crew. So a great job here by Matt Gilmore, Rodney Myers, and Brian Walker, as Caleb Anderson will swing it to Shane Lucas. So almost looking at first look, the original starters back on the floor here, with the exception of Dylan Cameron, the grade 10 student, wearing 5. So what a great moment it is for here, 4 of the original 5 starters, and Dylan Cameron on the floor here for the CP Allen Cheetahs. Sam Ochsner, Verney, Sam Oikel, Benke, and Angus Circum Brown. So Angus Circum Brown could be, he's still going to have a couple of games here at the championships. Grade 12 student. CEC players walking by our broadcast location. They're going to take on Halifax West, and that's going to be a 2 versus 7, so that is a big-time battle. We had assistant coach from the North Nova Griffins, Chad Russell, on. CEC was a strong team in the Northumberland regions this year, hosted the Northumberland final, which the North Nova Griffins won in Truro. And CEC had to play a qualifying game against Memorial. And that's how they got here, at an offensive foul. And Shane Lucas not happy, and basically his teammates just basically pushed him away from the officials. I know that they need him later on. That's the 5th team foul against Victorian Oliver. So those piled up pretty quickly because he had 2 early in that third quarter. So actually it's 3. They've actually adjusted now. So it's the 3rd team foul there to Oliver, but still not a happy camper. Mont all over Gray. Nice screen set up there by Circum Brown. Clock at 10. Good ball moving by Horton. Verney in and out. Ball was on the floor momentarily. Jackson and Akeem Gray with the steal. Akeem Gray. Gray. A little bit of a stutter step and nice footwork. You almost maybe say Euro step possibly. Anyway, it worked out. He got the bucket, 64-41. Cameron swings it outside, and McDonald and then managed to keep it alive. Verney with an open look, and closing D there by McDonald and Anderson, but still managed to get the bucket. There was Aaron Verney, pretty much an open look, 64-43. And the finger roll there by Caleb Anderson. 7:40 left, 66-43. So we take a look at some of the action that has happened here. This was just a moment ago. There was a, how did that ball really stay in bounds? And there's Verney here with the open look at the closing D, but a little bit just too late. That was easy one there for the grade 11 student. 7.5, 66-43. And it was up for grabs, 50-50 ball. McDonald's going to take the look there from 3. And a new 14. And Verney gets it for Horton. Gray. A little bit of contact with Jackson. That shot that's from well out won't go. McDonald. Cameron, catch and shoot. And it would tickle the rim and came the other side. Seeing eye pass, and how it didn't get picked off, I don't know. But Verney had a chance, but Cheetahs managed to get a piece. Here's the pass that I'm talking about. It just almost thread the eye of the needle. Really not much room there for the pass to work, but. And tough bucket, Sam Oxner. Leo Mont kicks it out. Anderson is calling for a screen. Back out, Mont. Clock at 9 to shoot. Cameron. McDonald cuts it in. Outside, 3. Misses everything. It's weak side rebound. Sam Oikel for Horton. 6:22, 66-45. Turnover at the timeline. Tough bucket. And boo-boo there for Jaquan Jackson. Believe this is the 3rd and 1 here for Jackson as he goes in, and you see draws the contact. And as I say, bucket into boo-boo. Chance to complete the 3-point play, 68-45. And for Aaron Verney, that's just his first foul. Second team foul there for Horton. Jackson. The nice Nike shoes. Little green and black. And he has it again. It's got to be the shoes, what they say, but that doesn't fall there, so. Shea Smith lost it momentarily. Gray, and that's. Gray loses the handle, and it goes to CP Allen. And Dylan Cameron will sit. Anderson. Jacoby McDonald. How Gray had managed to handle that, and I'm not sure if he had really enough possession, but did manage to get the bucket. Might not have looked pretty, but sometimes it doesn't matter how pretty it is, it's how effective, and it did work. 5.5 left, 68-47. Jacoby McDonald, up fake Anderson. And that's too strong. Coming up at the end of this game, we're going to have the player spotlight presented by White Thompson Group. Scotia Bank, a division of the Scotia Capital Inc., Scotia Wealth Management. And 27-point leads now to like 18, 68-50. So Horton needs some stops. Trying to get it maybe down to double digits if they can, and that's a miss. Verney, Sam Oikel. Oikel in the paint, puts on the brakes. Mont watching Verney, and boy, that was a tough, very athletic bucket there for Aaron Verney. 68-52. And steps that time there for Deshaun David. So a 3 here can make it a 13-point game. Still a lot of work, but they're bringing this down, so you got to give credit here to Nick Vito's Horton team. Gray, Mont in his back corner, 6 to shoot. Gray, jump ball. If it stays with Horton, they got 4 to shoot, but it's going to be CPA and ball. And Nick Vito will call timeout, 68-52. Take a look here. This was a very athletic bucket there by Aaron Verney. Get another look at it here from the camera in the back, and you sort of just see he was more going away from the hoop than anything, but still managed to get that beautiful bucket. And Verney to grade 11 stood, so he's got to have another run at next year with this Horton team, and you can sort of see they sort of maybe get that floor general mentality there for Horton. Look at the Horton bench. And as I said before, you think of some of the players that have come out of Horton, Indianapolis Valley, and the Greenwich area. David, sort of like what you say a dynasty, but as I said, talking to Nick Zamora, is that it's getting more competitive down there, so it's not really easy here for Horton to get to the Final 8 dance. So their one-loss game against West Kings, a new team, as I mentioned earlier. So, and they're a team that they've also traveled in weekend tournaments, pretty much like both of these teams. A lot of teams you see here at the championships, that's the thing, is trying to get ready for the provincials, have played at sort of cross-region tournaments, as Jacoby McDonald sinks that one. Ends a little bit of a run here by Horton, 70-52. Shea Smith. Verney, bucket. Swish. 3:24 to 15-point game. So this has been an outstanding fourth quarter here for Horton. Caleb Anderson. And that shot doesn't go. Oh, that was a little bit of Gabe Caldwell thinking that was going to go out of bounds, but great speed by Deshaun David with the putback easily, 72-55. He had a second chance to think about it. He'd probably make sure he gathered up the ball, but was hoping to get a reset and an inbound. Sam Oikel, Shea Smith. Shea Smith, shot clock at 6. Shot goes up there by Gabe Caldwell. And Mont with the long rebound. 2.5 left, so a valiant effort here by Horton. A really outstanding fourth quarter. Time not on their side. Leo Mont. Deshaun David. That won't go. Oh, quick pass. Aaron Verney. 72-57. Said pretty much the difference maker in this one was that 16-2 run in that first quarter. It just, Horton couldn't hit the three, and CPL was just coming down and just transition offense, hitting what they needed to. Stepped on the end line there was Jackson. 1:39 left, 72-57, and so we got the player spotlight coming up. Aaron Verney, Gray, up fake Caldwell. McDonald, David, and he'll lay it up. Maybe could have been possibly some showtime here, but not the case. Gabe Caldwell. Bounce pass Shea Smith. Smith, nice little handle, spins, fadeaway, tried to kiss it off the glass, and that won't go. Jackson, Anderson, 1:10, outside, Mott for three, nope. Tapped out, and a new 14 here for Cheetahs, and that shot goes by Caleb Anderson for three. Horn went, I'm not sure, I think maybe some substitutions. Yes, there was a timeout called. Called there by Steve Harris. Take a look at that was that opportunity there that Gabe Caldwell was hoping the ball would go out of bounds, but Deshaun David showing some hustle here. A very outstanding quarter with that gentleman there by Aaron Verney, the grade 11 student. Seeing some of this, you know, you got to be excited for Horton next season when he gets a year of maturity, a year more of maybe some summer basketball, but looking very impressive here at grade 11 student number 1. Very impressed with his play, and impressed with this gentleman's play as well. Jaquan Jackson, grade 12 student, a lot of six grade 12 students on this CPL Cheetah team. And they're just a minute away from getting to a victory in this SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships. 3-time provincial champions. Back outside, Sam Michael, that goes out of bounds. Robbie McGregor showed he's got the good hands there, the head coach of the North Nova Griffins. Getting the ball. 74-57, 50 seconds left, and Dylan Cameron back in. There's Kazmetz, the grade 10 student, getting some action. Chris Kazmetz. Yeah. So also getting some action is Ashkan Imamian, number 12. Horton with a buck. It's 74-59, just under 30 seconds left to go. Imamian. And a jump ball. Verney. As I said, very outstanding fourth quarter for him, and he'll inbound here against Imamian. Dylan Cameron, and that's back over half there. Horton ball, 20 seconds left to go. 14 on the clock, so they will have to put a shot up, but it's going to be a steal by Isbister, and he'll lay it up. Shot clock shut off here for Horton. Shea Smith may bounce it out here, 11 seconds left. And they will let it drain down. CPA Cheetahs 76, Horton Griffins 59. Game 1 in the books here at the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships on East Lake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. Strong start by Horton and a 16-2 run there for Horton. Results in CPA coming away with a victory, the number 4 seed here in these championships. So we'll be back in just a couple of moments. We're going to have our player spotlight presented by White Thomas Group. Scotia Bank lead, a division of Scotia Capital Inc., Scotia Wealth Management player profile. We'll be back in just a couple of moments here on East Lake and Maritime Athletic Profiles. So the CPA Cheetahs having a strong season, and they had a strong first game here at the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships. This is our player spotlight presented by White Thompson Group. Scobantic lead, a division of Scotia Capital Inc., Scotia Wealth Management. This is Jaquan Jackson. Congratulations on the win. So
thank you.
You guys had a good, basically, transition offense. They were missing, and you guys were just off to the races. Yeah. Talk about that.
We're a team that likes to run, so whenever we see teams misses, we got guards rebounding, our bigs rebounding. We're always looking up the floor, trying to find the open man, so it just worked out for us, and we got the dub.
All right, so tell us, how'd you get into the sport of basketball anyway?
I started when I was like grade 7. I always liked watching it, and then I just decided to play it. I used to play baseball, and then I just decided to switch to basketball.
So you made the switch, so it wasn't a matter of like playing elementary, just all of a sudden you just got into it at junior high, and off you went. So was there anybody that helped you along the way to get you here to the Provincials?
Wait, say it again?
Who helped you? Who do you basically look at? Some maybe role models or people that you learned from that helped you basically excel in the sport?
Probably just my parents getting me to everything, signing me up for stuff, and, just always helping me and being with me the whole way through.
Yeah, so, of course, let's get to know you a little bit better. So You attended CPA, Allen, and this is a team that has 6 graduating players. What would you like to do in the future after graduating from high school?
I would like to keep playing basketball at the higher level and play for a team, but I'm just not sure yet, but I'm trying to make a decision.
All right, well, Jaquan, I know I took you from the dressing room, but thank you for joining us here.
Thank you.
Best of luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Jaquan Jackson from the CPA Cheetahs. They defeat the Horton Griffins. It's game number 1 of the SSNS Division I Boys Basketball Championships. So for my producer, Clark, and the entire Maritime Athletic Profiles crew, my name's Dan Hobson. Thank you for tuning in, and so long from New Glasgow. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's just how I rock and roll.
In laundry, do you know we spend on average 6 to 8 hours a week washing, drying, folding laundry? That's basically a full work day. Halifax, meet your new laundry bestie, Sud Drop. Laundry bags are dropped off in the morning of your pickup. Sud Drop will then return to pick up your laundry during your selected time slot. It is then washed exactly how you like it, folded like pros, and dropped back to your door the next day. Boom, fresh, clean, folded like magic. We'd love to get you started. Use promo code SP20 to save 20%. What will you do with your extra free time?
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships, hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
If you live in Halifax and don't have a laundry machine at home or just don't have the time, Sudrop is the perfect solution for you. They offer laundry services with pickup and drop off right at your doorstep. I have a very busy work schedule myself, and there's no better feeling than coming home to fresh and folded laundry right at my doorstep. It's honestly such a time saver and allows me to enjoy my evenings doing other things that I enjoy. So if you want to give it a try, use my code above to get $20 off of your first pickup service.
In the arena of sports, every game is a battle, and every athlete is a gladiator.
From the right side, makes a look at the backhand and scores!
And every battle needs chroniclers to give voice to defeat, perseverance, and relentless resolve. Can you hear it? The roar waiting to rise. They live for this. They want this. What do you want?
Again, pushing his weight. Pushed off tackler.
And get the second goal of the game for Thomas Habib.
Nice little move. Buffy scores.
Passing him forth and they score!
You know what we want. To immortalize every moment and make sure you never miss a play. This is Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Never miss a play.
The Wade-Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Division I Provincial Girls and Boys High School Basketball Championships hosted at North Nova and Citadel this year. The Wade-Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
That's just how I rock and roll.